Now we're going to do the same problem as we did in the other video, but with synthetic division. And I'll show you how to do something like this. All right, so when we do synthetic division, most people will put this little backwards L thingy there. And inside that little bracket thing, you're going to put the opposite of this number right here. So this is -2. So we're going to flip that sign and put a +2 here. And we're back. All right, and we're going to put the coefficients in here. So this is going to be a 1, -1, and a 4. So 1, -1, and 4. Now, we have all of our degrees accounted for. And what I mean by that is we have x squared, x, and then a constant term, so we're x to the 0. So we don't need to put any 0 space holders in there. So you set this up. Remember, we changed the sign to a 2. So if that was, say, x plus 2 right there, this would have been a negative. So we would have to flip that sign. Okay. Now, don't make a bar up here. We need to skip some, so put it like that. Okay, and step 1 in synthetic division is to take this number and put it right down there like that. And then we have this like bouncing ball effect of how to do this. It's quite phenomenal, actually. So we take 2 times 1, so 2 times 1, and you get 2. So that's kind of like that. Now, I don't recommend writing these videos. I'm doing it because I can hit Control-Z and it goes away like that. But it kind of goes boink like that, and you put that answer right there. And then you add these columns up. So we add this, and that would be 1. Yeah. And then we do 2 times 1, this 1, and get 2. All right, so that was 2 times this 1, and you got that 2. And we add this up and get 6. And when you're done, usually you put this little bracket on there like that. So that's how a synthetic division problem normally looks. In the other video, our answer to this problem was x plus 1 with a remainder of 6 over x minus 2. That was the answer to the long division problem. So the question is, how do I get this to look like that? Well, if you start off with x squared in your original problem, your answer is, of course, going to be 1 degree smaller. So if you start with x squared, you need to lead off with your answer here as 1 smaller, so it would just be x. If these numbers are positive, you put a plus sign here. So that's 1x plus 1, or x plus 1, with a remainder of 6. So even though the book sometimes... So we put this 6 over the x minus 2, and usually put a plus sign right there. So that would be our final answer. Now, sometimes these come out to have no remainders. Sometimes they come out to have remainders, and that's how you would handle something like that. But way faster. Let me show you another little bit bigger example. Okay, here it is. And we're going to set this up. So we have x plus 2. So this would be -2 inside this bracket. And then we list the coefficients out here. But look, we have x to the 4th. We have no x cubed term at all. And we have no x term. So we have to put zeros in there for those. So we have 1x to the 4th, 0x cubed, -8x squared, no x term, so we need to put another 0, and then 16. See how I did that? So I need to represent all the degrees there. You gotta have them all accounted for. Put a line. And if you think you know what you're doing, pause it and try it. If you don't, continue watching. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this 1 straight down. And then I'm going to multiply and put the answer here. So that'd be -2. I think if we do this right, it comes out even. 0 plus -2 would be -2. -2 times -2 would be +4. And I would add that and get -4. And -2 times -4 would be 8. We add those and get 8. And then 2 times 16, or -2 times 8 is -16. And so we add that column up and get 0. So that would mean this goes in there evenly, right? That would go in there evenly. So my final answer would be the first term here would be x cubed minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8, or x cubed minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8, with no remainder. So this would be your final answer. All right. That is synthetic division right there. I think after you do a few, it's pretty darn simple. But good luck with that. See ya.